Question, guys. Did Kenny embarrass Sabrina Ionescu? Well, fans are upset after the Steph versus Sabrina three-point challenge due to what Kenny had to say. Let's get into it.
At first, I was rooting for Steph. We're here. At first, I was rooting for Steph, but I'm rooting for her now. Called her 20 minutes after to say, you should beat, you can't beat me. Oh, my goodness. And she has an advantage. She's shooting with a smaller ball.
What is up, awesome people of the internet? The Steph versus Sabrina challenge has come and went. Going into this matchup, I was rooting for Sabrina, of course, to get the W. But ultimately, my goal in mind for Sabrina was to not necessarily win, but to put on a really, really good show and to at least match the high score from the regular three-point contest that this competition followed. And Sabrina did just that.
That is a shame. Knock it down.
Oh, man, look at this stroke.
Yeah.
Like it had eyes.
Yeah.
Like
Put that pressure on him. Put that pressure on him. Put that pressure on him. Put that pressure on him, lady. That's what I'm talking about. Put that pressure on him. Hey, you can't be the person that don't miss. Best you can do is tie him. Okay. That's right.
Like it had eyes.
You only missed one. That's right. Steph, you can only miss two now. Oh, she's slowing. She got a little tired. I don't know, man. Maybe you're right, Reg. Maybe you're right. But she's proving you wrong, Reg. Prove Reggie Miller wrong.
Reggie Miller, what are you talking about?
Reggie Miller's against you, Sabrina. Prove him wrong. Oh, get your legs into it. There you go. Get your legs into the last ones. Gotta get your legs into it. There you go. There you go. Get your legs into it.
He's at 22 right now. 22. She's going to beat the record with the guys we're going. She doesn't get over that.
Oh, no question. 24. 26. Oh, she's right there with you.
She at 26.
Oh, she would have made the final.
Yes, she would have.
She would have made the NBA final.
That's pressure.
That was a fake hug. That was a fake hug by Steph.
She went first in the competition versus Steph, and she shot with the WNBA ball from NBA range. And she put on a show. She started 7 of 7 from the three-point line and ultimately finished making 18 of 27 shots. Now, some of them were worth 1 point. Some of them were worth 2 points. So it gave her a total of 26 points, tying Damian Lillard, who won the official three-point contest that this followed. Next up was Steph Curry, who didn't start off as hot as Sabrina, but he did end up finishing lightning hot, making his last 9 of 10 shots, and his last rack was a money ball rack, and so he ended up beating Sabrina with 29 points. Fittingly, he beat her by 3 points in total. And when it came down to it, I thought this was a great showing for both players. Steph got to walk away with a random WWE-style belt and was crowned as the champion of the inaugural challenge. And it was kind of a full circle moment for Sabrina Ionescu, who has been watching Steph well before anyone ever knew her name. Her family had season tickets, and she looked up to Steph. And she even had a photo of him as a screensaver on her phone. And got to high-five him once as a kid. Fast forward years later, Sabrina is at Oregon, lighting women's basketball on fire and high-fiving Steph's daughter. She said, I know 10 years ago, I never would have thought this was possible. And so being able to be up here, it's a blessing and an opportunity to even be in the same conversation as Steph and to be able to see how much he's respected me as a player and a basketball player and a person to want to come out here and do this. So all in all, this was a success, right? Sabrina did well. Steph won. It seems like they are open to doing some sort of version of this in the future. All's well in basketball world, right? Well, no, because WNBA fans are upset at Kenny for saying some stuff about Sabrina.
He got it. He got it. He got it. He got it. Look at him. Oh, he got it. Man, that's the greatest shooter this game has ever seen.
I think she should have shot from the women's round. She should have shot from the women's round. That would have been a fair contest. I still root for Sabrina. I still root for Sabrina.
We all are rooting for Sabrina.
No.
This is not what are
She
you
should have
talking
shot
about?
from the three-point line that the women shoot from.
Why are you putting those boundaries on her?
That's not a boundary. That's what the game is.
She wanted to shoot.
They have a smaller ball, don't they?
She shot a WNBA ball.
WNBA ball is smaller.
She shot with the WNBA
Yeah, but
ball.
she should have shot from the line. There's a women's tee in golf and there's a men's tee for a reason.
No. Shooters shoot. Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, but they shoot from where they shoot from. Thank you.
No.
Sabrina,
Good job, Sabrina.
No,
But don't let any man put boundaries on you like Kimmy.
Well, then give him a regular ball then.
Don't let
Give him the
any
same
man
ball.
put boundaries on you.
Give him a regular ball then. It's not fair.
Curry
I disagree.
made 8 of the 9 money balls to beat Sabrina.
Can we,
Yeah. So overall, thank goodness for Reggie Miller, who knows kind of how to talk about this stuff because his sister is Cheryl Miller. So, shout out to Reggie for that. So Kenny said what he said. And as I said, WNBA fans felt a type of way about it. In addition to many other things, here's what some folks had to say. LaChina Robinson on Twitter said, Kenny saying that Sabrina should have shot from the women's line when she was 4 points away from beating him is trash. Lindsay says, this commentary is cringe. She should have shot from the women's line. She shot from the men's and beat out all the other guys in the regular competition. Had she shot from the women's, she'd get knocked for that. No win situation. It was fun for what it was. Viewership numbers will show it. Brittany said Sabrina hitting the exact score that Dame won with, losing to Steph, and the immediate commentary being, well, she should have shot from the women's line. Pretty much sums up our experience if y'all are wondering. All right, so that's what some people said. There's a lot more commentary if you want to just search through X, even Reddit, on Facebook. Lots of people taking issue with what Kenny had to say. But here's the deal, guys. When the WNBA enters into the NBA commentary universe, you might not like what comes out. And it is what it is. It is what it is. If you're familiar, you know that TNT's commentators are a lot freer and say whatever is on their minds.
We fight all the time.
Oh, I didn't say you were going to fight. I didn't say there was anything to the fight. I just thought it got a little personal.
No, don't get personal.
If it was a real fight, who would win?
Me.
No, please don't do that.
He had won those championships without Kobe?
Stop it, man.
Yeah.
I'm just asking the question.
As we digress into his dating in Alabama, the women with mustaches, but as he grew up.
See, when you
all
were
the women in Tuscaloosa got one tooth. That's how they came up with the toothbrush. Instead of the teeth brush.
A fluke. Fluke is the word.
Look at you. Look at you.
I love it, man.
I personally thought the
I'm James Harden.
What, you getting your coach fired too? Wait, I'm sorry.
Oh, he's rolling tonight. He's rolling
Seriously, I thought the Hawks would do it again. Just got your coach fired.
And regardless of if you like it or not, it is what it is. Kenny is going to say whatever he wants. I have watched Shaq, Charles Barkley, Ernie Johnson, and Kenny the Jet Smith for years on TNT. And they say some wild stuff. They do. They say some crazy stuff. But also, they know some basketball too. Overall, they're what they do on TNT is super, super entertaining. Yes, it's cringe sometimes. Yes, it's like, what? Sometimes. But that's their thing. And that is what has built TNT to where it's at right now. They all have an ability to be entertaining, to speak freely. They don't care what people have to say about what they say. And they also know that there's a significant amount of other people who are watching at home that actually do agree with what they say. You can hate it if you want, but they are the reason why TNT is a behemoth for the NBA. And they're the reason why TNT even got the All-Star game to begin with. So Kenny is going to say what he wants on his home network and not care too much about it. And I can guarantee you that exactly what Kenny said, there were some viewers thinking the same thing. Now, if you're asking me would I have liked Kenny to not say what he said, absolutely, I would have wanted him to say something else. As a WNBA fan, I would have wanted him to not harp on the fact that that Sabrina has a smaller ball and to not sort of talk about how she should have shot from the WNBA 3-point line. But as I said, it is what it is. This was a great opportunity for the WNBA. And I think that it went as well as it could have gone. The WNBA was briefly highlighted on TNT apart from the celebrity game. And to me, that was a W. You could see the respect that Steph Curry had for Sabrina Ionescu. In the pregame interviews and the postgame interviews, live on TNT, it shows the respect that him and others have for the W game and what Sabrina Ionescu is doing. And I think it's awesome. I really do. And I thought that Sabrina handled herself very, very well. She was very gracious. She didn't get cocky and act like, oh, I'm better than Steph Curry. No, she was like, yes, this is the best shooter ever. But I'm gonna see what I can do. And I just thought it was great. She had humility. And I think that helps to show the product of the WNBA. How good of a 3-point shooter she is. And in the future, I would love to see different iterations of this. Again, I will reiterate, I am not a fan of what Kenny had to say, but ultimately, I think that the controversy was a bit of a nothing burger. I don't think it's as big of a deal because this is what he does. Kenny, the Jet Smith, is an instigator. That's what he does. He makes sad comments, and that's what he does. Sometimes people don't like it, but that's him, and that's what honestly that's what makes him fun on TNT. Yes, he shouldn't have said what he said, but at the same time, I think that overall, as WNBA fans, we kind of have to be a little bit more tougher to be like, okay, well, whatever. You said something I don't like, I'm gonna just ignore you, whatever. Because as the WNBA continues to grow and grow and grow with popularity, there will be commentary that we don't like from current and former NBA players. As I keep saying, I probably said it 5 times in this video already, but it is what it is. We should just take the good with the good, and ignore the bad, whatever, Now I have a question for you guys. Did you love or hate what Kenny had to say, or are you like me and a little bit indifferent about it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, let me know what you overall thought about this competition. Was it a good one? Was it a bad one? Did the WNBA end up with a W even though Sabrina Ionescu lost? Let me know in the comments. Also, that side comment about Caitlin Clark and whether or not she should be in the competition next year, some form of whatever this competition is next year. Let me know. Let me know what you think about it. We have a whole year until they do this again. It may not be a 3-point challenge like it is right now. It could be like a 2-on-2 3-point challenge or something like that. But if you have suggestions on what it should be next year, let me know. I do want to say thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, I make commentary all about women's basketball, college, professional, overseas. And I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. We are on our road to 10,000 subscribers. So if you like women's basketball and you wanna talk about it, subscribe to the channel and join the awesome people of the internet who love to talk about women's basketball. Also, before you go, please hit that like button. And guys, until next time, bye-bye.